I'm Amanda with All the Way Cleaning.
And I'm Lawrence.
Welcome to our first podcast of Clean Business.
Real talk.
Today we're going to be talking about how All the Way Cleaning started. All the Way Cleaning came about in 2020.
During COVID?
Yeah, during COVID. However, the side hustle started in 2017 while I was attending One College doing my prerequisites for nursing. COVID hit, and it really took off from there. But in the early stages, I had reached out to a friend who was in property management, and I let her know I was interested in cleaning on the side for extra cash, extra curricular activity, I guess you could say.
And just for fun?
Yeah, for fun, I guess, if you want to call it fun. I was raising my family, going to school, just had some spare time, and wanted to earn some extra cash.
Yeah, during COVID, it was a big deal.
It was a big deal. Everybody
Everybody
freaking
felt
out.
dirty
Yeah,
at the
everybody
time.
felt dirty. Yeah, definitely.
Me having a full-time job, still able to work because I was, what did they call him? Employee that was out by himself, a solo worker, right? I was still a solo worker, so I had to work every day no matter what.
Yeah, we were essential employees.
Essential employee, exactly. I was an essential employee.
Yeah.
So I had to work every day because I worked by myself.
Yeah.
And then get home and still get down and dirty with you.
Then I decided I wanted to come on board with cleaning. One clean turned into another referral to post-construction clean. Do you remember our first post-construction clean?
Panda Express, right?
Panda Express, yeah. Talking about early morning clean. We were up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I want to say it was February.
It was cold.
It was very cold. It was
started on the outside of the building.
Started on the outside, washing windows, and worked our way in because construction wasn't done yet. They were still working on the floor, so we were pretty much working right behind them.
And learning how to use our new machine that we just got, the floor scrubber.
The floor scrubber.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
I would say that floor scrubber ran us. We didn't run it.
Yeah.
It was right. Fun, yeah.
It was a learning process on that type of machine.
And an early night that night. It was exhausting. It was so tiring.
We didn't get done till about 10 o'clock the next morning?
Yeah. Yep. It was a 12-hour day for sure.
12-hour night, morning, all night.
Mm-hmm. I decided to take the leap in 2020, right when my prerequisites were completed. I was in between starting a business because I knew I had something bigger, or was I going to apply for the nursing program? And I decided to take the leap. Started All the Way Cleaning.
So why did you decide not to become a nurse, though? What was it about COVID that made you juggle between? Did you even juggle between nursing or cleaning? What was
nursing is something I've been very passionate about. It's always something I've wanted to pursue, but again, raising small kids, working a full-time job myself, I never had the time or the opportunity. So what kept me from pursuing nursing is I'm a hands-on learner. COVID hit and I need to be face-to-face with my instructor. I need to see, feel, touch, absolutely everything, and I couldn't work from a computer. But what really changed my heart in nursing, not that I don't enjoy helping people, giving back, sharing my knowledge. My dad is a survivor from a liver transplant. And during that time, prior to, he was in and out of the hospital. And so prior to that, I was always with him, helping take care of him, worrying about medications. I was ready to become a nurse. But after COVID, after my dad got his liver transplant, I knew deep down I wasn't made for nursing. I was made for helping people in another way. I become attached easily. I care tremendously. And I have to give it to those nurses. I have to give it to those doctors, anybody in the healthcare during that time. I give it to them.
It was a struggle.
It was a struggle. It changed my career path for sure. Not because I didn't want to help, not because I didn't want to be on those front lines, but more because I would take it home with me.
And not only that, during COVID, everybody felt dirty, right? So they needed people to go in there and clean for them so they didn't feel as dirty as, I mean, really, I felt dirty during COVID. I didn't know how to really take what was going on.
Yeah, definitely everybody was very precautious, right? And for me, during that time of COVID, I wasn't so much precautious of anything because I felt like I have always been very clean, held a standard. And
oh yeah, you have.
Yeah.
I remember you put me to work cleaning too on the weekends.
Yes, but the cleaning came more from my pain. It came from my grief. It was, I'd put on my headphones and I would get into that bathroom and I would scrub. I would just try to escape. And that's kind of how the business was built too. You know, it was built on pain. On pain and grief. Without intention, right? I mean, nobody was expecting that. I wasn't expecting COVID to hit. I wasn't expecting not to apply for the nursing program the next semester. That wasn't within plan. We had to adjust. Everything was about an adjustment.
And seeing people smile when you left their house, right?
Yes. Feeling good.
Good.
Yeah, feeling good. The thank you text, the referrals. Hey, I just sent you another friend of mine. Or, hey, girl, like, you really should put a sticker on your truck. Shout out Courtney. She's the one that encouraged me, a good friend of mine. Put a sticker on your truck and run with it. You're really great at it. And, you know, having people believe in you, in your passion, in your drive, it was very empowering.
Remember the first kind of cleanings that you had, deep cleans?
Oh, yeah.
Saying absolutely yes to everything, right?
Yeah. I don't say yes to everything anymore. Yes.
Those deep cleans that were really, really dirty and deep.
Those deep cleans were deep. They were deep.
For me, it was not realizing she had something that was going to really take off and become what it is today. So there was times where I didn't know how to take her being gone as long as she was, or not being home, really. The late nights after I would get home from my late shift, she would still be gone, or we'd hardly see each other, you know, at the very beginning.
Yeah, time management was definitely a challenge for us. And then, of course, I would be exhausted. I would be so exhausted.
And learning how to put time away for ourselves.
And our family.
Yeah,
definitely. That was a big challenge. Employees were another challenge.
Employees were big.
However, that was a hurdle we were able to get over very quickly. Again, I think what was important too is lack of systems in our business. And I think that has really allowed us to tighten up.
And really learn how to manage our time. And really, we weren't taught how to be
business owners.
I mean, it was not something that we were taught. We've always had a niche for things, but we've always wanted to run a business, but never really. We knew we were going to. We just didn't know where we were going to go with it, right?
And how, right? Again, our future was you're out working the field. I'm getting an education, pursuing nursing, and all of a sudden we have a whole new baby in our lap. And
a whole new baby. I remember.
Yeah.
And then watching you make it grow as much as it has within these last few years. And
I question continuing all the time. I've thrown in the towel several times and had to pick myself back up. Quitting was definitely there, but I never allowed it.
Giving up was never.
It was not an option.
It
was not an option. We had to go full force. We were already invested.
But once you cross over
Threshold.
that threshold, I mean it's hard every day, but crossing over it gets a little bit easier, understanding more, and having, what do you call them? What are those people that you call
Mentors.
and having mentors? Yeah, there's a few mentors that we've bonded with throughout these years.
I realized all the way cleaning could be something bigger when
I remember whenever that business or that homeowner came in with the smile on his face. That's when I knew it was going to be bigger. When I seen the smile on his and his wife's face, for sure.
and I guess I would say I can remember it was going to be bigger when the phone calls kept coming in, when it just didn't stop. Like when your schedule's overfilled and you're like, I just don't know what I'm gonna do or how I'm gonna balance it, but somehow you make it happen.
And the lady reached out, right? And she asked if we had insurance and when we were going to actually become a business, because we needed it. We needed that paperwork, right?
To continue
To
doing
continue.
business with that in particular business owner, they required us to have insurance. They required us to be bond, which is so important. Especially, there's so many cleaners up and coming, and I think that was one of our biggest challenges too, was not knowing what our company needed to protect ourselves, to protect our clients, our employees. It was huge, and that was one of the biggest learning tasks that we had.
Yeah.
We attend conventions yearly. We're always networking with other cleaners, not only in our area. So, any cleaners who would like to reach out to us for any advice, any input, please feel free to reach out. It's all about networking, and that's basically how it's been. We've networked with other cleaning companies throughout the United States.
Throughout the United States, yeah.
I will not compromise on integrity. That is definitely
A must.
a must. It's important. It shows a lot about a person, and that goes from within myself to my family, to my staff, and same thing to our clients.
Trust.
Trust.
That is somebody's domain, right? It's their
Sanctuary.
home, their sanctuary, their peace of mind. And when they have faith and believe in us to let us in their home or their business, that says a lot for who we are and what standards we hold.
Absolutely.
As owners of a business, as husband and wife, it has been really a new learning experience. It's learning what we could do together in a different way.
It's a partnership. It's a new partnership, is what it is for us as business owners.
It is.
It's having to communicate in a whole new love language, I would have to say, because we're talking different dynamics, right? We're talking employees, we're talking clients, we're talking taxes, we're talking, great, can we do this or can we not do this? Can we take it on? Can we not? So it's those kinds of.
And not only that, coming from the type of work I do, it's really a change for me.
It's a new world.
It really is, because I mean, it used to be women do the cleaning and men work, right? We work as men. You and women clean, homemakers, right?
Right.
So relearning that it's not just about women. Men could do it as well, right?
Absolutely. And I would encourage more men to join the industry. And it's not even just so much the industry, it's the practices that you can
The
be
pride
doing.
that you take within your own home as a person in general, you
Yeah.
know?
I handle most of the responsibilities. Lawrence will shoot his ideas, his thoughts.
So how we divide the responsibilities is I do the heavy lifting, right? Work the machinery, pressure washing for one.
We mostly do the residential, the Airbnbs, and the commercial. You'll help out at commercial cleans.
Mainly the commercials,
As far as
yes.
the admin side, the billing, handling all the phone calls,
That's all you.
yeah, I take care of that. Yeah. I have learned through this journey that you are my number one supporter because without you and you believing in me and this crazy dream of mine, even though you balance me out when it's far fetched, you bring me back to realization like, hey, like this is great and all, but this is our reality. So I think balance is what you've taught me most throughout this journey.
And what I've learned, it's not so much of what I've learned, it's knowing that you're this strong person, this boss, this professional, and just seeing it all come into play, right? Just seeing how you've molded this company, really. So it's not, I haven't learned, it's what I've known and what I've watched you utilize to mold this and how strong you are.
You're glaring at me. Serving the community means a lot to me. It starts within our own community, meeting our family, our team members. Then it goes out from there. We like to give back in any which way we can, whether it's a local organization looking for donations. We're there to provide donations. During the holidays, if a family is in need, we're willing to help out with a meal.
We
It's
have helped out
supporting local and upcoming
local businesses
entrepreneurs wanting the same kind of grind, the same hustle. Yep, they're just looking for it too.
and educating our own community, right?
Yeah, definitely. Again, right? We want you guys all to understand the concept of this surface may not be able to have an oil finished polish. It may
Right.
need to be a pH balance polish, right? Those kinds of things are important. How about that granite? What are we putting on that granite? Are we using bleach on stone? There's just a lot of things that we want to educate people on.
And just because it smells clean doesn't mean it actually is clean, right?
Absolutely not. No, no. Let's go back to cross contamination. Let's go back to, yeah, those dirty sponges. How often are you
Swapping the rags out, right?
Yes. Yeah, how often are you washing your towels, you know? That's important too. What I would like people to feel after hiring All the Way Cleaning is the true reset, the peace of mind, their time back, right? Let's focus in a little bit about them getting time back. Now a mom gets to have dinner with her
Right.
family. That dad could be working on that late night project that that his kid just brought up to him the last minute, like every kid does when a assignment is due. I need this or that, and we're running stir crazy. There's little things like that I want them to feel. I
Their
want them,
peace of mind,
their peace
right?
of mind. Yeah, time is something you never get back, and we want to be able to help people with busy schedules. We've lived that busy life. We know how being stretched from this end to that end with work, school, kids, sports,
Life.
life.
The goal in the next 3 to 5 years for All the Way Cleaning I would like to see, not just in the Four Corners area, but throughout the state.
Yeah, we get that request a lot, right? Hey, can you
You get
come
those
over
phone
here?
calls.
Can you come over there? But we don't, and we would love to expand in the outskirts, surrounding area of New Mexico. But yeah, 3 to 5 years, I can definitely see that vision. I can see us expanding. I can see us having a fleet of vehicles, right? Employees.
More employees,
Yeah.
more educating.
Yes, yes, additional education. Yeah, 3 to 5 years. I would really like to see. I have a vision. I guess I would say my vision is again. I'm a dreamer, so it's a big dream. But yeah, we have an idea.
It's merely a dream until you take the steps to make it reality.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Tune in to the next episode of
Clean Business,
Real Talk.
where we will be meeting a client of ours who is a co-host of Airbnbs and is also a real estate agent. He will give you an insight of his experience with All the Way Cleaning as his cleaner for his Airbnbs.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.